academic coach. And his job, among many other responsibilities, is that he offered guidance and organization and structure to our school, and he also showed us ways in how to effectively collaborate and communicate with one another in order to get the results that we were looking for. And in addition to new leadership, we also hired in a new staff, and with the new staff, all the staff was working towards a common goal of increasing student achievement. And so more or less, we weeded out those who were not on the boat, and we got those who were on the boat so we could all continue to forge ahead. Additionally, aside from hiring new staff and new leadership, we also were provided with ongoing professional development to enhance our instruction and also to promote student achievement. Examples of that professional development were differentiated instruction, the SIOP model, co-teaching, writing across all content areas to promote literacy with our students, and also the principles of learning, examples being accountable talk, rigor and relevance, and clear expectations. And in addition to ongoing professional development, with the turnaround model, we also adopted a governance board that consisted of district, ISD, and also state members. And with that, with that came data reviews. And with the data reviews, we were asked to analyze student results. And with those results, we desegregated the data, broke them apart into subgroups. More specifically, in Burton Middle School, we looked at our ESL population of students and our special ed population of students. And we analyzed those results, and in turn, we were able to tweak and fine our instruction as educators. And last but not least, as part of the turnaround model, we used data to solely drive our instruction. So we took our results and used them to guide everything that we do in class. And also we use the data to guide our staff development. So in turn, we determine what our staff needs to be developed in so we can best meet the various needs of our children. So the question is, why did Burton Middle succeed from this turnaround model? And the front runner in that was the new leadership. And with the new leadership, as mentioned before, we were provided with structure, organization, and very clear and high expectations. And the bar was set high, and our staff was required to rise to the occasion. And in addition, we were provided with continuous guidance and support from our new leadership. And we were also given many ideas of best practices to use as instructors within the classroom, and also how to monitor those best practices to make sure that it meets the needs of our various learners. And along with the new leadership, it also helped us in developing professional learning communities, where it in turn made our meetings more productive and effective. And as opposed to talking about random topics in our meetings, we used data to solely drive our meetings. In addition to the new leadership, we saw a success with our new staff. And as mentioned earlier again, all of our staff was working towards a common goal of student achievement. And rather than having all of us others be on different pages, we were all working towards the goal of student achievement. We worked very hard, we were very ambitious, and we were very motivated, and we were all ready to rise to the challenge. In addition to the new staff, we were given opportunities for us to further professionally develop ourselves. And we had the opportunity to add resources to our toolbox as instructors to become more successful educators and in turn promote student achievement. And last but not least, another reason to our Burton success was our data-driven instruction. And we had our focus shifted to instruction that was solely based upon data and results. And we had the opportunity to really analyze student work, and we broke it down into subgroups, as mentioned earlier. And then we were able to determine trends and reasons for success and non-success. And as a result of that, we were able to tweak and refine our instruction to deliver the best instruction possible in our classrooms. And in addition, we were also given a format for looking at our data, and we always asked ourselves the 4 questions of what were the results, and why did we get the results, what are we going to do for the students who do get it, and what are we going to do for the students who don't get it. And as a result of our success, I wanted to note that it's very important that we are currently on AYP Phase 0. That is very exciting for us as a Burton community, and it's a huge accomplishment. And we are also taken off the watch list as a result of the turnaround model. So that is very exciting as a Burton community. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So I'd just like to conclude by saying that as a member of Burton Middle School, we did do it. we started from the bottom and rose to the top as a result of new leadership, new staff, as well as data-driven instruction and also ongoing professional development. So my thoughts is that if it can be done in middle school, it has been done in elementary, then it can be done in the high school as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Palmer.
Okay. Mr. Gorman, Creston meeting AYP, and I need you to define AYP because, you know, a lot of times we speak in terms that aren't familiar with everybody here. But Creston High meeting AYP, how and why did it happen? What are some of the things being done now, regardless of the 5%, that are helping to reshape Creston High School?
Okay. Hi, my name is Ron Gorman. I'm the principal of Grand Rapids Creston High School. The question was, what is AYP? And AYP is adequate yearly progress. And it's essentially, your school needs to make gains every year. And you can also make incremental gains in your building. You don't have to go from having 25% of your students being proficient in math and reading and then go up in 1 year to 80%. You know, we know that is not going to happen. But what the state allows is for incremental gains. Students, if you take a percentage of your students who are in those lowest performing categories and get those students up to a proficient level, and if you do that 2 years in a row, you can obtain what's called safe harbor and make AYP that way and go to phase 0. The high schools make AYP based on a high stakes test, and that high stakes test is called the Michigan Merit Examination. The Michigan Merit Examination consists of 3 components. One is the ACT, and we are all familiar with the ACT. The best score you can get on the ACT is a 36. A passing score is around an 18. Another component of the Michigan Merit Examination is called the Work Keys Test, which is a test that makes sure that you're ready for the workforce. And the last component is comparable to a MEET test, a Michigan Skills Test. So what do we do at Creston High School to prepare for the Michigan Merit Examination? In previous years, it didn't really matter how well we did on this specific test because we did not test enough students. In order for your scores to count, you need to make sure that 95% of your students are taking the test. And I thought, well, we at least have to get the students there to find out how well they can do. This year and last year, we had, last year we had 99% of our students take the test, and this year we had 100% of our students take the test. And a strategy that we put into place was something called the MME3, which is we take 3 students and we team those 3 students up with 1 staff member in the building. So instead of the morning of the test, the head principal and some proctors wondering where 165 students are, all I have to do is, if Johnny does not show up, call Johnny's teacher and say, where the heck is Johnny? This is a very important test and we need to make sure he is here. So that's how we made sure that we got all of our students there. What we also did is, this year, we incorporated something called MME Boot Camp. And we had various meetings throughout the year where our juniors had to attend. And my predecessor had something in place where we incentivized, and yes, that is a word, I was questioned on that earlier, but we incentivized some things with the Michigan Merit Exam. We gave sweatshirts to the students who attended, and we continued that with putting in some various activities along the way. One being the boot camp, which consists of Saturday sessions where students go, they volunteer to do this, and they essentially get